most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm jacked.
I'm jacked to the tits!
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session. Hope everyone is having a brilliant start to the week. Nice to see some volatility kick back in on Bitcoin and other assets as well after last week's such a dull week last week, wasn't it? Absolute real low volatility last week. So we'll have a look at the levels to play on Bitcoin for the coming 24-48 hours. Stick with us as we're going to have a look at a few altcoin charts as well, quick fire rapid altcoin charts, and then we'll dive into the order flow with the TRDR console as well. But yeah, nice to see the volatility is back. A meme's back as well. Remains to be seen, not so sure myself to be honest. But yeah, nice all round day yesterday. 1.35 trillion added back into the US stock market yesterday after a tumultuous and downwards spiral last couple of weeks for the stock market, which obviously doesn't help your crypto in general, but especially if you are long on some of the other assets as well. Fartcoin actually being one of the better memes that has been rising as well. And Cole Garner, go give Cole a follow as well, at Cole Garner's Take, just pointing out to us all that we are getting some nice liquidity flashes back in the market as well. I've certainly seen some USDC and some USDT flows back into the market, so that's always nice to see and does help us. But yeah, a meme's back, not too sure myself. You know, if you just go and have a look at some of the volumes and the transaction counts on the meme coins, it's interesting really, to be honest. If I just go to my watch list here, Fartcoin has been doing really well, absolute no doubt about it. I'm obviously looking at the DEX. Central exchanges will do different volumes on the meme coins, but yeah, Fartcoin being one of the standout, still only 15 million volume, 24-hour volume on DEX exchanges, and then some of these are ones as well. I think we can, you know, I'm not going to say the back. If you're still going to play some of these meme coins, just pick your higher volume, higher transaction trading meme coins, to be honest, because some of them are absolutely just doing shocking still, really. SPX has been doing okay. That's had a little run up, but you know, really, I just want to point out some of the transaction counts. If you remember a few months ago, well, you know, the kind of volume that some of these memes were pulling as they had the mind share of the market and everybody was trading them. You know, and if you just look at SPX on ETH here, 3.5 million volume, 1,000 transactions, you know, and I'm going to be picky here and go down some of the others, but yeah, it's pretty dire, to be honest. 1 million volume on Trump. 1,400 transaction count, absolutely disgusting, isn't it? And you know, you go further down to some of the more obscure, and it is ridiculous. I mean, some of these are just absolutely dead. MSTR, I remember playing that one about 6 months ago, or however long it was before Christmas. You know, transaction count, 45 transaction on DEX. 12k volume. It's you know, and I dare even take you down to some of the low ones. Such a shame. I mean, it was a real good team on Pelf here. You know, really good memes, great Twitter account. They've even got a game and everything. 20 transactions on DEX, $848. So you know, play it. You know, and this hasn't, you know, and some of these, you know, look at Melon Dog there. It's not even moved in 6 hours. So you know, you can look at this two ways. If you're just going to trade these in and out, just pick the bigger volume coins, you know. But really, if you're seeing value, treat it as lottery tickets once again. You know, even a meme that was launched last, you know, a couple of months ago. Such a shame to see it, to be honest, because some of these have got good teams behind them. But anyway, I'll move on. Are memes back? No, not really. Right, so here we are then. So on Sunday, I was observing the price auction. I wanted to get involved because when you've got a low volatility market like we had for a few days, more often than not, you're obviously due a move. So I wanted to have a look at that. The perps market was very bid over the weekend, okay? You can argue all you want about illiquid Sunday and whether the move is genuine or not. It doesn't really matter. If you're just trading in and out, then we just get involved, don't we? But I did see a statistic somewhere, actually, and I think it's a bit 50-50 on those Sunday moves, actually. I tried to find it earlier. It was on Twitter, I saw it. I tried to find it earlier. I couldn't find it. Bit 50-50 on those moves. But yeah, obviously, we eventually push up, and we've gone a little bit further now. So what we'll do is we'll jump into trading view and have a look at the levels on BTC, top down, and then we're going to have a look at a few alts as well before diving into the order flow on the TRDR console. So let's jump into TradingView. So as we can see, very green stock market, 1.35 trillion added back into the stock market. That's certainly good for risk assets like crypto, okay? So what we'll do is we'll go top down on BTC as always. What I have to say is on the weekly chart at the minute, there's not too much to offer you, to be honest, okay? We're just going to have to build some of these weekly levels, okay? So not too much to offer on the weekly. Monthly open just down there at that 84.3 level. Weekly VWAP, it's only Tuesday today, so not getting much out of that either. 87k up there. So I think we need to go slightly down, okay? So the daily chart is offering a little bit more alpha, okay? So we've obviously got that previous range here, breakdown, back test, and then down again, okay? So all the way through this area, it was advisable to be very, very aggressive on those shorts, wasn't it? What I want to offer to you now is we are potentially flirting with a market structure change, okay? So you can see on the daily chart that yes, this is a downtrend. Absolutely, you've broke down, you've confirmed the downtrend, and here we go, okay? So you really do want to be considering shorts up at this 89, 90k level, even if we tick a little bit higher up here into the 93, 94. Absolutely valid. Back test that old range. Even you could even punch into their 95 and down, and there are some levels in the TRDR console order flow that show us confluence up there as well, okay? But what I have to say is on the daily chart, this is a nice grind up, okay? Higher highs, higher lows, all the way up. If you are battling, okay, and still trying to put shorts on in this zone, you have to appreciate that the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, just in this move up is changing market structure, okay? So let's have a look at that 4-hour chart here, as you can see. So my point being is that on this downtrend here, okay, you break down the range, you back test it all the way down, absolutely super aggressive on shorts, down, rewarded. Range, super aggressive on shorts, break down, rewarded. Another one, back test the range, super aggressive, down, rewarded. Real good volatility, down. You know, and the order flow we've been offered has really guarded us through all those levels. Right here, right now, as you form this lower time frame range here, we're just on a 4-hour chart, obviously, you do have to appreciate that just on this lower time frame structure, you have changed market structure, okay? So point of control there from the low liquidity weekend, we pushed up, okay? It was mainly perps driven from there, but spot bid all this area lower, okay? So what levels are we looking at now in this potential market structure change? For me, personally, I'm concentrating on 85, okay? We've pushed up. You need a little bit of confluence here in this zone. Why? Look left at previous resistance zones and levels of confluence there. Point of control is a little bit low with the monthly open at 84.3 there, but I do like the monthly VWAP here at 85.6, and I know in the order flow we've got some confluence of bid and demand down there as well, okay? So then really from there, I'd be looking to bid and just go for another push up. And as we can see, we do have a couple of weekly NPOCs. Was just checking these out from last week's video, actually. And I think it's a Bybit one at 92. And then a Binance weekly NPOC at 89,980 there, okay? So then to push any further, yeah, okay, you've got this big order block there at 94,760. I think that's going to be a stretch to get there at least in the next 24 hours. But I would play for that, you know. I think that would really give the bears a little bit of a scare, and I think that would be quite a good zone to go for. So for me personally, at the minute, the way I'm playing this, trading in and out of the market, really nice levels to play now as we are moving once again after the low volatility we've had. Looking for bids back up. If you are looking for shorts, just appreciate the market structure change, okay? You might not get those giganutes. It's been a very calm environment with open interest. We did get a big rise in open interest yesterday, but we've come off the back of very low open interest, very negative funding environment. If you're putting shorts in these zones, okay, and expecting an absolute giganuke, you need to just think again, okay? You're just playing mean reversions at the minute in this structure change, okay? So if we just look at the 1-hour chart there, so this is the zone here where I'm looking for. I've just got an alert setting there as I watch the order flow as well, keeping it really simple, looking for a bid in this zone with confluence of the order flow. All right, guys, so look, let's just have a quick fire look at some of the other charts. I'm going to concentrate just on that for our time frame really quickly, and you can see the structure change on some of the other assets as well. So we've been really, again, Sol, you know, we've been really rewarded with these downtrends and the real violence in the short side trades. Really good. Similar structure change to BTC. Okay, come back to trend 132, even monthly VWAP there for Sol 137. Really good. Another good chart that's been you know, just trying to potentially change. It's still in a very larger downtrend. One thing I have to say is Sue, or Sui, however you want to pronounce it, the order flow has been brilliant on this, okay? So you're building a slight range here, aren't you, okay? So bid the lows, sell the highs until you get a break of structure here. Hype, very nice as well. Similar sort of thing, absolutedownonly.com. Now, this is an interesting one because actually it's not even forming a range here yet. It's almost just trying to bounce back up, okay? But you can see here the areas to play. $15, a little bit lower towards the trend if you can get it. Another good chart is S, which is Sonic, obviously, okay? Changing structure, really good bid levels in the order flow from here, and it's pushing up. I'd like to get a little bit lower. Look left, previous resistance, if we can get it in the next 24, 48 hours, but not sure we will. Some of these coins will just take off and leave you alone. Right, Rune is a good one as well. Okay, so Rune absolutely got decimated, didn't it, a few months ago? So this is actually what you would like to see, really, for a healthy chart that is actually going to auction a range now. So auction the lows. Okay, well, you want it to hold this level, you want it to gather a bit more bid, and then you want it to auction these range highs, yeah? Really good chart from Rune. What we'll do is we'll look at most of the other charts in the US session live a little bit later, but yeah, just notably a few of us looking quite similar to each other. Obviously Fartcoin, hot air rises, and what has to be said about Fartcoin here is downtrend, auction the range, resistance, bid the lows, resistance at the point of control, resistance one more, back down below the POC, auction, start to trend up, blast up previous resistance, back test resistance, and go. Absolutely amazing that a coin like this has a nice technical chart. Really good, really good. But yeah, I mean, even some of the others, you know, SPX, meme coin, downonly.com, aggressive shorts, back down, break. Just appreciate, again, even on these low liquidity, low volume assets, if you're a believer or not and you want to short the shit out of this again, just please appreciate you've got slight market structure changes going on in the market. Right, let's dive into BTC in the TRDR console.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
Right then, guys, TRDR console, grab a link from below. If you're not using this platform, how the hell are you trading? Nice and easy here today. Okay, going to keep this very simple. I'm not going to dive into volume, open interest, funding, despite the fact it is actually flirting with negativity again on Bybit. Okay, I'm going to keep this really easy. We know we've got confluence in the tier levels we've just looked at near that 85k. Perps are coming back in now with a bid on CoinM. Okay, and USDT, really good. These are the guys that pushed it over the weekend from that low volatility area. Not much depth of bid there, but they certainly came in with those limit bids on Sunday and pushed us up along with CoinM. Okay, so I would never use CoinM as trade entry stuff. Okay, mainly concentrate on USDT, perps and spot, but nice to see it. And that's what I said on Twitter the other day was, basically, it's nice to see these guys are involved. I think they're on the right side of the market, and they were as we push up. Those guys are back now, okay? Spot market levels there, 85k. Nice and easy, just below the weekly open, in between the monthly open there as well, okay? That's the level to play. Who else is bidding there? Coinbase, okay? Coinbase Pro doing a little bit of bidding there, but for me personally, I would concentrate now on perps USDT. It's nice to see these guys getting dynamic back in the market. Very easy play here. Try and stack your limit bids down here. Very easy to manage. Even if we get a tick under 85k, it's still going to be a good risk reward trade here for Bitcoin, okay? Not going to dive too much into all the altcoins today. We will have a look at those in the US session live a little bit later on. Let's just have a look at the screener and see what's going on. One of interest was, for me, Rune, actually. I'm keeping an eye on Rune. It's getting some perps bid now. Open interest is pretty chilled and negative funding. So, as we've just seen, Rune performing that kind of range auction into those lows. I want to keep an eye on Rune to see if it wants to auction the highs again. So that'd be a nice day trade along. Other stuff, probably all the usual suspects that are pretty bid here. Nothing really stands out there. OBD ratios, it's interesting to see that CRV and a couple of the DeFi tokens are getting some nice spot bids. So double ratios on CRV might be worth a look there. Jup, woo, boom. Yeah, there's going to be a few. And I presume that some of these, you know, at the range lows as well. OM Mantra has been really bid as well. Notice that was really bid on Sunday. Played a bit of a day trade on that one yesterday as well. Really nice coin to trade. All right. So join us in the live session a little bit later on. We will deep dive into a few more alts. I think we're in for a good week of trading after last week's lack of volatility. Okay, guys. So grab a link from below. Grab yourself a free trial for the TRDI console and the Art of Data-Driven Market Analysis course. We still do have 20% off that, so grab a link from below. I believe we might be closing that discount off soon, okay? So I will inform you if we do. I think we're in for a good week of trading. Catch you in the live a little bit later. Cheers, guys.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it from End?